Okay. Dexterity. Yeah. Dog, it's fear in me. Okay. It's a woo-woo, no sign. Okay. No man is safe from it. Do this for my family, friends, and
Episode 2. Discovering the genius of Donald fucking Glover.
AKA Childish Gambino.
First question. What can't this guy do?
That's a good question. Because, like I said, originally, so how'd you originally know of him?
First time I discovered Childish Gambino was probably on, what's that show he used to be on? Was it Community or Parks and, it was one of those little quirky.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember.
That's the first time I discovered him, and then I seen the stand up.
So what was the first time you saw?
When I first heard of that his first album.
So look.
The one from 2011, Campfire.
Yeah, Campfire.
So the first time I saw him was stand-up comedy. So look at that. 3 different people have seen him in 3 different ways for the first time. So just imagine, that's a lot of fucking talent. Where we didn't see you, we all saw you in different facets of things that you are really good at.
Right.
Yeah.
I would really like to see him do another stand-up.
He does definitely need to do more stand-ups, and I'm sure he might have some shit in the works. So he's a recording artist, where his first album was like hipster. Yeah. Then he came out with This Is the Internet, which was a dope album on there, where he was more hip-hop. He can actually sing. Now he's doing the falsetto shit. And then we just discussed This Is America, where it's kind of a combination of fucking everything.
Each album has been a different genre.
He's a fucking chameleon. He's a fucking renaissance man. So besides the music, what else is it? He's a stand-up comedian, just a comedian.
He writes.
He's an actor. He's a writer. He's a producer.
Shit.
He's a DJ.
He's a DJ?
He DJs.
What the fuck?
His DJ name is DJ Rapper.
What? Yeah, I did hear that. DJ Rapper. Yeah, I did hear that.
What else does he does fucking everything?
That's pretty hilarious.
Now he might be a fucking dancer. He got dance moves.
The way he was dancing in the This Is America video.
He might be writing the fucking. And think about this. So he just hosted SNL, Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Atlanta just ended. Season finale. We'll talk about that in a sec. Then what's the other shit? The fucking didn't Star Wars come out this weekend? Han Solo. Is that it just came out this weekend?
I don't think it came out yet.
You sure?
I don't think it's out yet.
I thought it came in like the 20 something.
Okay. Yeah. But like all this shit is like he's just doing a lot of shit at a high level.
This guy's
about to have a hell of a paycheck.
Very high. Oh, he getting paid. He's definitely.
I know he getting paid off that YouTube because he has 105 million views on This Is America.
You know what? So let's talk about the origin of discovering fucking Childish Gambino. So I realized his name was actually Donald Glover. You know what I thought? Because of how he looks and him being from Atlanta. You know what I thought his fucking dad was?
Danny Glover.
Danny fucking Glover. From Lethal
No,
I was like, that's his son.
I actually thought the same thing.
You did too?
Yeah.
I was so disappointed when I discovered that wasn't his son.
They're
not even related.
I was like, Donald Glover, and he's an actor.
Because it made sense. Yeah. Like how he was doing all this shit.
Exactly.
His fucking dad is fucking Danny Glover. Oh. And then isn't he a junior? I think he's a junior, right? So him and his dad like share the same name. But whatever. I think his dad's like a fucking mailman or some shit. I was so disappointed. So disappointed.
What does his mom do?
Either she's a mailman or he's a mailman, and I don't know. I fucking forgot. So that's when we all discovered him. When you guys realized that he was fucking talented. Like when you realized like this motherfucker got some real talent.
I'm not gonna lie. This is the internet.
From the stand-up.
This is the internet?
This is the internet. I actually went back and listened. I was like, damn, it's actually pretty bumping. Then I seen him on Sway.
Yep.
And I seen that freestyle. And I was like,
that's what it was.
Damn, that was
he didn't get that shit on Sway. He killed the 5 Fingers of Death. But he went on Hot 97 with Peter Rosenberg. Like his nighttime shit, I think it was. And he went off. And you can tell, like, maybe he had some writtens in there initially, but then when he actually had the freestyle off the top of the dome, sounded just as good. Like he kept going.
To be honest, his freestyle you can kind of tell because he kind of pauses with it, and I like that. He's thinking, and I like that. I like that authenticity. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. So that was the easiest way for him to get respect from me. Is I said, okay, he's a bit of an MC. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that was the first time I realized his ass really had talent. So his backstory, and we talked about this before. He's from fucking Atlanta. Originally, he's from Stone Mountain. Crazy shit in his story. He has adopted siblings. He has real siblings. Well, actually, his brother is on the show Atlanta. We don't see him because he's behind the scenes, but he's a writer and producer as well. Actually, did you know that? Damn, what was that? What was that? They fucking helped write some of the comedy in Black Panther.
Really?
So like some of those one-liners with "I never freeze" and like the shit that Shuri was saying.
Yeah. That
came from them. They helped revise some of the script.
The writing team for Atlanta.
Yeah, like more. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, that's amazing.
And speaking of teams, he has a fucking team around him.
Yeah.
So he has his brother. He has a few other guys that he's really cool with, and like they all have like certain roles, right? Because like if you remember from first season of the podcast, when we had 2030M on there, and we were asking about like his fucking team, right? Same thing.
Like everybody on the team can do multiple things.
Multiple things. It's almost like on some like LeBron, like his high school friends, like he helped develop them to another level. So everyone that writes on Atlanta, I think it's like 6 of them total, no experience writing for TV, for television. Wow. He's the only one with that experience. And actually, that's how he actually got discovered. He got discovered at some school in New York where he was studying theater. He got discovered by Tina Fey. Wow. And she's funny. She's a dope. I like her comedy. She's a dope comedian. But she discovered him. And ever since then, he was writing for, what's that fucking show she had?
30 Rock.
It was 30 Rock? And then did she also have a show called The Community or something?
He was
on The Community. Yeah. He was doing writing on that, and he was actually acting on that as well too. So that's how he got discovered. And so he took that and just he's fucking here, and just ran with it. He never looked back. This is gonna sound crazy. Why is he so fucking weird?
Anybody who's a genius is weird. Like seriously, like if you're a genius, you're going to be weird because people who are geniuses, everybody's not going to understand them.
Facts.
So when people don't understand you, they automatically think you're weird.
Facts. Because you stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call it weird. It's just that like he's just different.
He's following the beat of his own
because he's a normal person. He's not like he's not special ed or anything like that. He's just a different kind of person. And most people like that.
Be special.
I get along with people.
Opposite spectrum.
I get along with people that are more different than in the same day. Anyway, that's kind of how we rap with each other.
If you just want to think about it, nobody is actually normal. It's just people who think outside the box and people that don't.
I agree with that, but let me throw something back on that. Yeah. Nobody is actually normal, but there are some people who just follow. So they just do the trend.
That's what I mean.
We're going here. We're wearing this. We're wearing this. Yeah. Like, there's very few people who are like follow how they're originally or uniquely designed and developing. Yeah. I feel like we just some people they just choose to follow rather than let me just be who I am.
Yeah, that's what I mean when I say everybody doesn't think outside the box. It's people who follow trends.
Yeah, because like with the hip hop shit, obviously he can rap, but he kind of said, "I'll rap when I want to rap." Let me get into this.
He sounds different on every song. One song he's singing, one song he's rapping, one song he's doing a combination of both. Whatever. Yeah.
Right.
It's amazing.
Do you think he will be what we wanted Kanye to be before he made this transition into free thinking from the sunken place?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Why not?
Well, no, I'll say as of right now, he hasn't really. He's doing like with the TV show. It's great. Everything he touches seems like it's great. Yeah. But Kanye's real big influence is fashion.
Right.
He's fucking made. He's probably damn near $1 billion, if not $1 billion, with Reebok and Nike combined.
Right.
Yeah.
With his own label with Yeezys.
Right.
Now his clothing line is fucking trash, but I would never buy any of that.
Yeah, you just
wear,
like a bum and pay about $2,000.
Yeah, I would never buy any of that. His shoes, I might buy some, but even some of his stuff, I think that would be like the next step for Donald Glover is to get into fashion. Maybe not even to how Kanye is, but to have his own clothing line release. Seems like everybody has their own clothing line.
I don't know if he necessarily has to do that. I think if he just continues doing what he's doing, I mean, he's gonna stay who he is.
And also, you gotta remember, Kanye was releasing albums like every year when he first started.
Yeah.
So for Kanye, his number one hustle has been music. For Donald Glover, his number one hustle is, television movies.
Right.
That's his number one.
Right.
Where he's, first started out, Kanye was doing fashion on the side, the same way that music on the side.
But when you really think about it, his music is different. Even This Is the Internet it was hip hop, but it really wasn't all the way hip hop.
What's your favorite song on that album?
I can't even remember. I have to look.
Did you like the Lloyd joint?
I'd have to look up the album. It's been a long time since
2005. Oh wow.
That was a good song. There's another song on there. I can't think of it. It's been years. Probably a couple years.
He's got a few good songs.
He's got some good songs, but I will say that if he came out with music and like he doesn't have like a stereotypical catchy hip hop trap beat or anything like that.
Yeah,
the kind of shit that the kids listen to now these days.
He also came out with an EP afterwards called Kauai, which I think is like one of the islands or somewhere in Hawaii or something. And he teamed up with Jaden Smith.
Really?
Like, because they're real tight. And he released that. And he redid You Don't Have to Call, Usher's joint. Killed it. Like, he can sing. Like, I know he's doing the falsetto shit, but if he doesn't want to do the falsetto shit, he want to get on some R&B shit, he could.
He can sing that good. I think his music is ahead of his time to a certain extent.
It is.
I think.
I thought it is. Originally, when I saw him, I thought he was going to be like a Drake kind of musician.
I think that was the lane that he was going because he could rap and he could actually sing, and he had the TV background. So
that's who I originally was like, oh, that's like a new Drake.
He's on a different level.
He really is.
Because Drake has left TV and movies the fuck alone.
I don't think he can act like that.
He can.
Degrassi.
I mean, him sitting in a fucking wheelchair all day.
He went in a wheelchair the whole show.
Not the whole show.
That you guys watched it. All right, anyways.
Actually, I didn't watch it. I just know he was in a wheelchair.
Don't talk about your cousin that way. All right, last question. How has Donald Glover been able to navigate his way through different industries so well? And how's he been able to accomplish so much? He's 34. He's a Libra, by the way.
Probably the degrees of separation. That could be one thing. Okay. The people that he knows, the connections that he has, and not to mention he's a fucking genius.
And I think him having a team around him, a solid team around him, that's actually how they came up with the idea of Atlanta. They said they were like sitting around the house, like eating turkey sandwiches or some shit,
right?
And just having a conversation about life. And then they start throwing out different ideas. Next thing you know, everything he fucking does is calculated too. But it comes from an organic place. He's not forcing shit.
Yeah. And that's what makes it so unique.
And the fucking This Is America video, it's got me so engaged and interested. What is this album going to sound like? Right. Is it going to be like This Is the Internet? Or is this going to be like the last one where we had Redbone on there, which is a fucking classic? That whole album was good.
It really is good.
Not to mention, I really want to see what his other videos are going to look like. Is the art going to be similar to This Is America? Is it going to do like a continuation of that lane, or is it going to, you don't know what to expect? Yeah.
I think he's got, and we've seen it from Atlanta. Mm-hmm. I think he's got the visual components down so well and the writing so well, he'll never backtrack.
Yeah.
He'll never backtrack.
The same director, this guy named Hiro, Tokyo-born guy, directed Atlanta and the video.
Okay.
Wow.
So he's keeping everything, it's like you said.
It's
a group of a handful of people.
Yeah, like even that beat, that was like in-house production.
Yeah.
He's got producers.
J. Cole could use a little different house production. Yeah. Just saying.
That'd be interesting.
Imagine a
That would be a good collab. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd love to see him do more collaborations.
Yeah.
Not, and we said this before with J. Cole, but I mean with Childish Gambino. I'd like to see him.
That would be an amazing collab with him and J. Cole.
Yeah.
Hell, I want to see J. Cole on other people's shit. Even if he didn't have anybody on his, I want to see. Yeah. He's never on anything really. Yeah. Not like that.
With some different production, but nevertheless, Childish Gambino, Atlanta, the Star Wars shit, the music. It's dope, man. I can't say anything bad about it.
Weapons of mass destruction, a polygon corruption. Media's not discussing perpetuating stories. Shot during combat, at least I get to see Corey. Never wanted my parents at my funeral, so I found alternative means to acquire.